These carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's man. Da 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 da. Let's motherfucking boogie, says B-Tech. What's shaking with the congregation? These carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. 50 drop Quran too. Well, it's Quran 3. God damn it, it's Ghetto Quran 3. What's going on? Y'all gotta share this. This is gonna be a good one. I believe. I got some information I want to share. Busta Rhymes' album is fire. I've listened to it. Sean Scott says, salute to the chat. Can y'all share this live, please? Can y'all like it? That's how you kickstart the chat by liking it. You start liking it, it tells the rest of YouTube, hey, they got something going on over there. And we got something going on. What's good? Give me some news I can use. He said, Jamal Green. Jamal. You don't know anything. How you know so much? And the guys who were mentioned in the paperwork didn't even know that it existed. So how you know so much? Tell me what you know. Mikey T and King Erner back and forth is good. What's going on with them? Oh, thank you. Thank you. The Operation Odessa was fire. That's the hottest, probably one of the hottest pieces on Netflix right now. Abdul Aziz, let's talk about it. I know you don't speak on low name no more. Folks made you cop out. Hey, man. Isn't life grand? Hannibal, what's good? Ken Intelligent. You, Lena, Tate, y'all clean up this chat. He said the OG from Odessa is still on the run. Yeah, he's a motherfucker, right? He said, Mikey T said, just look at the whole thing with Mikey T and Earn in totality. They let him around. They gave him an opportunity, and now he's talking shit. He's talking shit. He's speaking to King Erner in a disconcerting way, disrespectfully, online in front of all of us. I don't think it's amusing. F the author, man. I just keep it Gully. Tony Nestor was the man. Yep. Ghetto Quran 3. What's up with Scheme mentioning you? I think you show love. Scheme got some good merch for sale, man. Scheme got some good merch for sale. Scheme ain't as dirty as I thought. I don't know if he cleaned up his act recently, but Scheme got some nice merch for sale. Y'all go support scheme team. He got a pretty fair sneaker game too. Just fair. Trey Bucks was funny, man. Scheme don't mean no harm, man. Subscribe to the channel. He said Tony Nestor just got sentenced last month. No, he didn't. Can y'all share this live? I'm not going into my boogie yet. I ain't gonna boogie yet. Shout out to North Carolina. Tate Houston is zapping motherfuckers. Get him, Tate. Dave, what's good, pimp? What you think about Sean John clothing coming back? Fresh is fresh. It doesn't matter the era, the year. Fresh is fresh, man. 7 days a week, man. Put you something together. Montez, what up? He said, what's this Ghetto Quran y'all talking about? The Ghetto Quran Part 3, because they said it's a 2 already, is an offering from the dribble himself, that would be me, about their intricate details of Brian Glaze Gibbs' expertise. He's an expert. And I ain't kicking no dirt on Glaze, because Glaze is a killer, and I don't want no parts of that. But I just want y'all to know the details, because it's interesting in a motherfucker. It's like a movie. It's like a movie. Hell yeah. Don't get me on here talking about motherfuckers that got multiple bodies. Let's keep this shit funky. Ain't gonna be none of that. I hope y'all didn't come here thinking I was gonna do that. No. No. Glaze, no. No. This ain't that. Not here. Not now. Not never. No. That is a pump fake. Anybody who get on here talking wild to these niggas to be killing and shit, got double figure bodies, you know that's some bullshit. Anybody else, you got to show us your paintbrush. Anybody else, the rest of these niggas, you got to show us your paintbrush or something. You don't want to hear it. But anyway, Glaze. Oh my goodness. Glaze's story, because that's what it is. That's what it is. It's a story. It's everything. When he was debriefed, when he was doing his proffer sessions or whatever, he was arrested in South Carolina in 1988, I think. I would have to look. And he immediately started confessing to murders and shit. I don't know whether he was paranoid or what, but they say in the paperwork, man, had this motherfucker didn't say nothing to us about these goddamn bodies, like, he wouldn't be in trouble for real. Like, we didn't know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what makes it so dynamite, is that it's a star-studded cast. The people mentioned in it. Big name niggas, legends. Some of them are deceased. Some of them in jail for now on. Oh my goodness. He said he told, man, listen. My nigga, listen. Every big name, especially in the Supreme team, he gave it up on the Supreme team. If for any of us or anyone who wants to determine how he can get out of all those murders he did, he would have to turn over some murders or turn over somebody who committed some fucking murders and shit. But anyway, the niggas that he was given information on all-star killers. Prince Miller from the Supreme team. That's Supreme's nephew. Legendary. The shit that I read about Prince, I'm like, damn, man, this nigga had to be disturbed some type of way. Like, this was a cold-blooded motherfucker, right? Glaze, I ain't gonna give it all to you, but I will give you this. Anybody with a big name, Dale Tyler was one of them. Jesus was one of them. Luke Steffen is one of them. Bimmy is one of them. Baby Wise is one of them. Black Just is one of them. Pappy Mason and his main man, his right hand man, his name is Ruff, James Ruffin. It's Georgia James Ruffin, but he was working with them on that Rooney case. When the parole officer got killed, Glaze was assisting them on that, getting to the bottom of that. Pretty much going after Pappy Mason. And what's mind-blowing about this shit is, as I'm reading this shit, I'm like, these is all of the niggas that he been talking about online for the last couple of years and shit. From Info Minds on, I'm like, damn, no wonder he knows so much about these stories. He didn't already said this shit before, a lot of this shit before. Like, for real, seriously, he's already said it before at some point, because he just give every detail. It's like a movie. This ain't like, this is real shit. This is real shit. And the people are real. The people involved are real. It's a lot of kidnappings. Just a fucking cowboy movie and shit. Just a cowboy movie. He said his memory is impeccable. Shh. This, what I'm saying, for some, it might not carry no impact. Oh, he already told us, he told. Okay. I don't care about him telling either. I just want to share some of the shit that he said and who he said it on. Because the people that he said it on, like Pappy Mason and these guys, these motherfuckers is legends on the third power, to the legends to the third power. Seriously. He said, Gully, you don't want that smoke with Glaze? No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Ghetto Quran 3 by the Dribble. Coming soon. Get ready. Mentellect. Glaze chose redemption for his crimes by confessing his evil. Hey, man, what he did is his business. It's some shit that he has to deal with as a person. But I think for the most part, he generally said that the people that he confessed crime, the people that he, confess crimes or cooperate. It's a difference between cooperation and telling. I want to clarify that. But the people that he spoke on, they supposed to be deceased. They supposed to be dead. Some of them were dead. A lot of them were dead. But nah, a lot of these motherfuckers is living too. A lot of them on Instagram. He said, do you got any Spirit Mag books? Puerto Rican Jesus, yes. Yes, absolutely. The Hughes brothers. Uh-oh. Let me find out if I could. Can I read something? Rodney Frazier, I appreciate your donation. Glaze been suspect, his voice suspect, his story suspect. His stories are great. He has a license to tell them, though. I think I'm gonna be able to pull up one of the documents right now. I'm gonna just recite something to y'all. Invite y'all into this motion picture. He said his stories make money. Okay, here we go. Gibbs was arrested in South Carolina December 1988 after approximately 4 months as a fugitive. In January 89, Gibbs approached the office and indicated his desire to cooperate. At our initial meeting, Gibbs candidly admitted his involvement in a homicide of which this office had no prior knowledge of, the December 1987 murder of Lorenzo Nichols' girlfriend, Myrtle Horsham, aka Maisha. In addition, he provided a detailed and accurate description of Lorenzo Nichols' drug operation in which he played an increasingly prominent role. That's all y'all get. Lorenzo Nichols, $ Gully TV is my cash app. Lorenzo Nichols is none other than Fat Cat. There's these brothers, the Herman brothers. The Herman brothers. That's all y'all getting. Y'all can't get no more of this hot shit. You gonna if you want to see, I think I posted 2 pages, possibly 3. You can go to my Instagram, follow me, The Real Gully TV. I made my page private. Whenever I got something blockbuster, I have to make my shit private. People can't just come and view my shit and just take off and just do whatever they want to do. So I want to see and evaluate the people that's looking at my content. He's the one who brought down the entire crew. He probably helped. I don't think he did the whole crew. Hold on. Daryl Tyler, aka Little D. He got a big name. I seen him on Tellin' Blanco since you page before. He said, salute to the dribble. Research is undefeated. Thank you. He said, nah, Pappy and Prince was wilding already. Glaze just pushed it along. We did not. Kevin Davis and Richard Bush. He speaks about Bush on his channel a lot. He's mentioned Bush often. I think he mentioned Bush as being some of the people that was upset with the real 50 Cent. Don't quote me, but he's mentioned this guy often. I have a picture of him on my Instagram page. It's in my DM. If I'm not mistaken, this gentleman, this Richard Bush, he's in a picture with Jay-Z. The picture that I have is him and Jay-Z. He said, are you eating mangoes? No, that was pineapple. Great etiquette move. Salute. Drop content should be a payment. Thank you. Cat was already locked up. Thank you. You know I'm low. I'm a low down dirty. participant in the low culture. Brian Glaze is responsible for the incarceration of 10 of my direct family members and about 35 friends overall. Don't believe that shit is testimony. Never got anyone locked up. There you go. He said he told that story on his channel. Whenever. I know I heard the story before. You're right. I know I heard the name before. Daryl Tyler. I think Daryl Tyler, whoever I think he went through it with this guy who was good with his hands. He was one of the best dudes ever doing the 52. I think that's who Daryl Tyler is. I think him and the guy that maybe they killed each other or he killed him, whatever. He was good. The dude was good with the 52. But in a nutshell, Alpo is a very, very Alpo and Alpo's reputation. I guess, people have made him the face of, working with the government or whatever. His situation is this big compared to Glaze. No bullshit. No bullshit. Glaze is a very unique breed of nigga. He is. For him to have led this lifestyle and be able to live and write about it and then talk about the shit on the internet. Like if you read his book, you know the story about K-Son, who he called him K-Sean, but it's spelled out K-Son. If you read his book, that's his case that he's talking about. That's his case. That's his case. The case with the girl and K-Son, K-Son, they was killed in I think in an apartment in Tompkins and shit. That's his case. You feel me? And he just gets on the internet and just talk about it like he had nothing to do with it, and just like it's just like he got this through the grapevine and shit. This is his work. This motherfucker is crazy as a motherfucker, yo. Straight up. Like I'm trying not to say all this shit. You gotta leave something. You gotta dig for some of this shit, man. But god damn, man, I'm watching this shit unfold. And you know what's funny? I got very, very good intuition. I met Glaze a long time ago, like some years ago when he first surfaced. I encountered him. I was doing my thing or whatever. And, people was mentioning me as far as, doing the gangster content or whatever. But anyway, I think he found me on Instagram and he said, yo, could I have your address? I would like to send you my book. I'm like, I gave him a mailing address. He sent the book. The book was a bomb as a motherfucker, like wild as hell, right? So boom, I'm like, god damn. I already know I don't want nothing to do with this shit. I know I didn't want nothing to do with this shit. This shit is way out of my league. I'm talking about it's too much carnage. It's too much. Like it was just the murder was just too much. I'm like, my man, oh shit. So he contacted me. We communicating on WhatsApp and shit. We talking to each other and communicating. He telling me stories and I'm like, fam, listen, my nigga. I'm like, it's this dude. He just starting out. He just like me. I said, it's this dude. He just starting out. He just like me. His name is Info Minds. I said, you should look him up and he'll probably fuck with you. I'm like, man, I told him I ain't had no time. I told him I was too busy to deal with him. That's what I told Glaze that. And back then, Info Minds had just came out. He had the Southside Crips video was fire as a motherfucker, viral at the time, and he had just pulled that joint that he did about Monster, 50 Cent security. He had just pulled that down. So I seen his potential. I knew he was going to be a big, big deal. I didn't know that they were black at the time. They was telling us, I think they was telling us, and they told Glaze that they was from overseas. Them niggas, them Info Minds niggas, they told Glaze that they was from Switzerland or some shit. That's why. That's why them niggas from Queens. That's why I thought that them niggas was from overseas and shit, because Glaze told me that. But anyway, boom. I told him to go over there and fuck with them, right? I told him to go over there and fuck with him. And maybe he'll fuck with you. When he went over there to Info Minds, the motherfucking content was blockbuster. Viral than a motherfucker. But I knew it was too much killing. It was too much killing. It was too much outward killing. This wasn't a Haitian Jack situation. Haitian Jack name ain't attached to no murders. As far as anyone knows, or the public knows, or that I know, like this is some other shit, yo. Glaze is on some other shit, yo. Like Glaze is a Ted Bundy type motherfucker. And you know who else? Prince, who he's telling on. Gerald Prince Miller, that's Supreme's nephew. He had a screw loose too. He telling on him too. That nigga had a screw loose for real. Hey man, when niggas go at just everybody with the same amount of viciousness and shit like that, you like, man, these motherfuckers is bugging, yo. Like, whatever the case, I guess the government preferred to have Prince off the street and Pappy Mason off the street, and they let Glaze go. Let Glaze go. He said Glaze is Queen's version of Wayne Pierce. Glaze is from Brooklyn. Glaze is from Brooklyn. All of the stories, the reason why someone like Glaze will end up in the situation that he's in, he's said that he's giving his life to Christ now and he's trying to get redemption and shit like that now. But the reason why they get in that position is because they be facing a fucking death penalty and shit. This is how they get in this situation. After you got like 5-6 body cases on your ass and shit, your options are this. You can eat these homicides and go upstate and eat ramen noodles for the rest of your life, or you can eat the cheese and you can go home with a new name and we're going to give you some money and we're going to relocate you. How's that sound? Motherfucker like, shit, man. Can I pick my new name? Oh, man. It's the truth. It's the truth. He said Alpo said they offered him the needle. This is the cold, harsh reality. The guys that have all of the fucking murder cases, they the ones that's more inclined to tell because their life is on the line and shit. Your natural instinct is to save your own motherfucking life. I ain't met a motherfucker that went into the gas chamber yet or took the needle yet in the name of being a real nigga. Motherfuckers seem to, I don't want to take the needle. Nah. He said when Glaze went at Calvin Klein and Calvin Klein acted like I knew Glaze had something over on Klein. That was a little bit too aggressive. He said Klein wrapped a tongue kiss a lion or some shit like that. He said them King of Law stories too as well. He's the greatest storyteller. But anyway, my whole situation is not to emasculate or he's already admitted that he's done these things. I'm just putting some identification on it. A little bit. Got it? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. Big Neff visuals, zapping niggas. He said, I know a few. They just couldn't tell because they was by themselves. He said, you taking the needle or you eating the cheese? I ain't getting involved. You can't even pose that to me as a hypothetical question. The Logic Spear in the building. What's good, my nigga? Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody for coming through. The paperwork is real. Investigator Ponzi advises me that Gibbs has provided detailed, accurate information concerning several additional King County homicides. Those include the April 19th, 1989 murder of Antoine Fields, aka Chip, by Rick Williams. According to Gibbs, Williams shot Fields, put him in a Nissan automobile, and set it on fire. Indeed, Fields' body was found in a burnt car at 100 East 92nd Street, Brooklyn, based on Gibbs' information. The homicide file has been closed. This shit is motion picture shit. Motion picture shit. He said, check 3NG. I'm already down with the 39er. So for you guys who've been in my motherfucking comments on Instagram under the paperwork talking about some, he already talked about this. No, he didn't. We're going to talk about it now. Hey, Glaze. You ain't have to give up Pappy Mason, my nigga. You ain't have to give up nobody, but you ain't have to give up Pappy Mason, my nigga. The Pappy Mason joint, my nigga. You ain't have to give up Pappy, my nigga. You know they was gonna put Pappy down forever for that shit, yo. You ain't have to give up Pappy. You could have let them figure that shit out on their own. You could have left that shit alone. You didn't have to fuck with that. And you speak of him with admiration. You have lots of videos speaking of Pappy Mason with great admiration. You spoke of doing time with him. You spoke of him a whole bunch of times on the InfoMind shit. But you should tell it all what you did to Pappy Mason. You should tell about what you did to Prince, Baby Wise, Black Just, who's deceased now. All these guys who you speak of with great admiration. Just keep it gully and shit. My position is I'm a journalist. I'm of the highest caliber. I research. I pay for documents, court minutes. This is just simply what I do. This ain't no retaliatory gesture against Glaze or nothing like that. I'm just flexing my resources. I had my hand on this situation for a minute, and it didn't have nothing to do with Glaze. I found this out. I'll tell you how I found it out. This situation was known, right? The situation was known. Don't be mad with me, y'all. Y'all often mad with me. This situation was known, but it wouldn't have never been spoke of or revealed because Glaze mostly told on niggas from Queens. It's a geographical thing. He mostly told, you remember on the movie Paid in Full, at the end Cameron be like, yo, I ain't telling on nobody from Harlem. I'll tell you about some niggas from DC. He kind of did that to the Queens niggas. And Pappy Mason is originally from Brooklyn, but he's not from Brooklyn in this situation. I think Daryl Tyler was the only Daryl Tyler and Jesus. Daryl Tyler and Jesus might be from someplace else, but predominantly everybody that he gave damaging testimony on, information on, was from Fat Cat organization or from the Supreme team. They were all Queens niggas. This shit came out recently is because it was discovered that he told on somebody from Brooklyn. Whoever he told on from Brooklyn, it might be Bush. It might be the brother by the name of Richard Bush, Kevin Davis and Richard Bush. Them is some big niggas. Once that was discovered, I think they from Brooklyn. Oh, you telling on Brooklyn niggas? Oh, we are exposing you now. That's kind of like what happened. And if anyone wants to inquire on how these situations land in my lap, it's because I've been trusted to be impartial in regards to these matters. So he said he definitely told on Kev. He said, "Cause you're a snake." Nah, I'm a professional at what I do. I'm highly respected by the guys that all of y'all look up to. And the feelings are mutual. And that's why I was, here you go, little brother. So don't get mad with me. Subscribe to the channel. He said, text and things was timed out by Big Neff visuals for 300 seconds. They zapping motherfuckers, yo. Ooh, wee. But anyway, I hope that clears everything up. I appreciate everybody for coming through. And follow me on Instagram, The Real Gully TV, because I'm going to put up another couple pages. You got to look at my story. I'll have a page in my story and a page on my actual Instagram profile. I'm probably going to be private until this whole situation is over with. Let me see what else I got for y'all. After hearing Ruffin's account, these are the dudes that Rooney, the parole officer. After hearing Ruffin's account, we asked Gibbs whether he was familiar with the Lucas brothers. Gibbs did not know either brother, but had heard of both. According to Gibbs, Randy Lucas and Jeffrey Ruffin participated in the torture of an individual named Easy, who they chained to a post and forced to eat dog food and shit. Also, Gibbs said that Lamont Lucas was very, very loyal to Howard Pappy Mason, who had once helped Lucas obtain a sentence reduction. Gibbs also indicated that a friend of his who had been incarcerated with Lamont Lucas reported that Lucas had bragged about Officer Rooney's murder. Y'all can't get no more. Subscribe to the channel. He said, did you know Eon Williams in the Up for Debate? I don't know who Up for Debate is. I know Eon. Eon is a published author. I got a couple of his books. He's written some great articles. I don't know who Up for Debate is and shit. In regards to a lot of the content that we've been seeing on the internet, a lot of people come here trying to get an identity for beef, but don't actually provide no quality content. Be careful what you consume, yo. Like, anybody's just jumping in front of a camera these days and shit. I'm in a process of repackaging my whole platform because I have to be 100% different. But you'll see what I'm talking about. He said, is this your last gangster content? I got this Ghetto Quran thing right here, and I got the murder unit, and there's nothing else for me to do in regards to those types of productions. So boom, 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 boom. Thank you. I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate the donations. I'm about to go over to Instagram, and like I said, I'm gonna upload some more paperwork. It's just a movie. It has nothing to do with Glaze. He already admitted to what he did. Peace.